Hey guys, welcome back to the next video. If you are new to the channel, this is Richard for WELSHYTECH, and today we have a brand new product from Chieftec. This is the Iceberg White 360 AIO. Okay then, so this is from Chieftec. Big thank you to them for sending this out. This is the Iceberg White. It's an all-in-one liquid cooler, and we're going to have a look at it now. So let's get this open and have a look at it. So I'll be back. Ooh, wow, I really like the packaging. Look at that, that's cool. So here is the manual. Now this does come in 260 as well as a 360. That's the 360 I've got right here. Comes with Iceberg, Iceberg Dark, and Iceberg White. This is the white one I've got right now. Tells you basically how to install it. It'll give you a guide as well. It should give you pictures, yeah, of what's included, so that's cool. The accessories, I do like the packaging, and I'm assuming all this packaging is recyclable. Wow. Okay. Oh wow. Okay, there's a lot of accessories. There's a lot in here. Right, okay. Wow. Okay, so what's this? They are the thumb screw caps, got screws for fixture, we've got stud bolts for LGA 2011, we've got AMD stud bolts, but stud bolts in, but just this is stud bolt there, silicon pad, whatever that's for, the back plate then for Intel, and then we've got the mounting brackets, and then we've got the fan screws, but there. And then we've got the studs in for 1700 and 1851. So let's put all this back now. This is going to be interesting. I do like this lot, that these can be recycled, which is amazing, fantastic, especially in 2025. The more things we can recycle or reuse is better for the environment, but I'm not going to get into that. This is a product review. So let me get rid of all this and then we'll get back to the AIO itself. Okay, so this is the AIO itself, but here now, there's the base plate, but there, the top cover is rotatable, which is quite cool. Long tubes, the radiator, standard radiator, but I do like that they have got Chieftec there on the radiator on both sides. That's very nice. It's a little bit of a personal touch, so that's what I like. Not all brands do it. And then we got the fans. Look at these fans. How do these come off? Oh, wow. Ah, whoa, look at that, look. You got poker pins. That's cool. I mean, that's much better. And look, they're just a standard 4-pin and standard ARGB. I really like that. That's cool. So let's have a look at this now. How do you... Okay, so it just goes in. Oh, it clips in. That's awesome. I like that. The rigidity, it's not bad. I mean, once you actually connect this up to the radiator, this will actually be fine. I like the fins too. I do really like that. That's cool. Now, specifications. As for the CPU, as for like CPU support motherboards, it does support LGA 1851, that's Ultra Series, LGA 1700, 1200, and 15X, of course. AM4, AM5, AM3 Plus, AM3, AM2 Plus, AM2, FM2, FM2, and FM1. Wow. The radiator dimensions are 392 by 120 by 27. That's actually standard. The fan model actually is the TF30301 2R RGB or 2 RGB. That's them fan models. They're 120 by 120 by 25, so 25 being the thickness. That's actually standard. The speed ranges are between 500 and 2200 RPM. Airflow is 64.72 CFM. The air pressure is 3.06 millimeter H2O with a noise decibel rating at 34.7. And the fan connector, of course, a 3-pin with the ARGB 5-pin. So as for the pump speed is 2700 RPM. It's a 12 volt. That's the voltage. Current is 0.2 amps with a power input at 2.4 watts, and the connector is a 4-pin. Fantastic. Much better. Now, as for the tube length, it's 400 millimeters. The warranty is 36 months. Wow. And it's glass and plastic material with a rotational orientation. This can rotate 360 degrees. Wow. Wow. So the water block dimensions are 82.9 by 73.2 by 50.7 millimeters. So let's get this on the test bench. So first of all, you want to install these. Now it does come with these little screws like here, and I will show you how to place them. So what you want to do is get a magnetic screwdriver. It's only going to work with this properly. Now what you want to do is place that there, go like this. Like this now, one side. Make sure the holes are lined up, and you want to unscrew it in then from the bottom. There's one side. And then you continue the process until all the brackets are on. And that's done. Now, the next process. What we're going to do is grab these. These are standoffs. Now, this is specifically for AM5, so what we're going to really do is just put them in there and repeat the process until all the brackets are done. And then that's done. Once the standoffs are done, now you want to apply thermal paste. Doesn't have to be a lot. I mean, the application is really going to depend on what you've read or what you've actually watched online. Then what you want to do is take this, place it down like this. Okay. Place it down. And then what you want to do is grab these. These are the standoffs or the bolts. Now what you want to do really is one side first. You want to tighten it straight away. You just want to really keep it in place just so it doesn't move. Just do it to finger tight first. Do that for all of them. And then what I want you to do is grab a screwdriver, or a magnetic one would help actually. Is screw this one right here like that. Screw that side, that side, that side, and then that will be even tension between all of the fittings. Now, as for the ARGB, what I'm going to do is show you where this one goes. Now, this is the pump header, and what you can see by here is that is the CPU, one that's for the fans, and then right above, it's obviously going to depend on the motherboard, but this is how you plug it in. So like this, just like that. Okay, you can do the cable management yourself later on. And then, when it comes to the ARGB, this will be specifically for just the pump, this will be, but as you can see but there, that is an ARGB header. So you want to take this end, just like this. That's got 3 pins, and you want to place it in there. Once that's in, like that, and that's done. And then you can just do cable management afterwards. This is the Chieftec 360 Iceberg. This is a 50% fan speed. It's basically silent at 50%. Same thing, but 100% fan speed. Yeah, so 100% it's noticeable, but with the side panel on, I don't think you'd notice. Okay, so when it comes to the test system I use for testing AIOs and coolers, well, it is my AM5 platform. It is a B650 motherboard. It's a Ryzen 9 7900. It's got 32 gigs of 8 pairs of DDR5. It's got an RX 7800 XT. It's got a 1000 watt Kolink power supply, and it's housed in the B-Quad Chatterbase 800FX with 4 140mm Lightwing fans. Now, when it comes to the room temperature, well, the room temperature was quite warm at the time. It was 21 degrees before testing, and it did go up to 25 after testing. As for the testing, well, I've done 2 different type of tests, 50% and 100% fan speed, but this time, or like I normally do with AIOs, as I run them for a normalized test for 20 minutes. That is so the liquid inside the AIO actually normalizes and they fully saturate. So as for 50% fan speed, the CPU power draw at high was 161 with a low at 152. The CPU clocks were high at 5.4 and low at 5.1. So for Cinebench 23, the idles 35 with a max of 85. Blender Pavilion, idles 35 with a max of 84. Blender Classroom, idles 35 with a max of 84. And 3D Mark Test idles with 35 with a max of 74 Celsius. As for 100% fan speed, exactly the same method I did for 50% fan speed. It is a 20-minute normalized testing. Now, as for the CPU power draw, it was high at 158 watts with a low at 151. The CPU clocks were exactly the same, a high of 5.4 with a low at 5.1. Now, as for the Cinebench 23, the idles were 34 with a max of 85. The Blender Pavilion was idle with a 34 degrees at max at 83. And Blender Classroom, idles 34 with a max of 82. And 3D Mark Super Test, the idles are 34 Celsius with a max of 66 Celsius. So, what I'm going to do right here is actually put up a graph showing you or comparing this to other AIOs I've tested previously on this platform. It's going to give you some different brands, like one from Thermalright. It's going to have one from Gamdas. It's going to have quite a few different brands I've actually tested on the AM5 platform. So it'll give you a rough idea of which one you should get or how this one stacks up against the competition. Okay then, so when it comes to the conclusion, well, look, it's up there with some of the best AIOs I've tested. It isn't the top one, but it's within that margin of error that it's acceptable. The overall design, obviously it looks basic and standard, but considering that this is Chieftec's first push into the AIO market, which is a very competitive market with the likes of Thermalright in, I think it's a good AIO. It performs okay. I do like the fans. That's probably the main part of it I actually like. And the overall packaging is very eco-friendly, and that's definitely a good thing. Especially 2025, that's a good move into the right direction when it comes to packaging. I really do think that more manufacturers should start doing eco-friendly stuff, because at the end of the day, if it's recyclable, it's a lot easier for the environment. Now, the overall look, I like it. I love white products personally, but that's just my opinion. Whether you agree or not, that's up to you. Now, as for pricing, this is where I don't know if it's true or not, because I've looked on a couple of websites and it ranges between, from what I've seen, is £129 or $139. Now, the pricing's a bit high because you've got brands like Thermalright that obviously are pricing their AIOs at really reduced margins. Yes, I understand. Thermalright do have their own factories. They manufacture pretty much everything they sell, and I understand a lot of brands got to outsource that type of stuff. Well, that's where the pricing starts becoming a problem, because the consumer is going to actually go toward more the budget-friendly stuff unless you're looking for a specific brand in mind. Whether whether you'll buy this or not, that is up to you. I'm not going to say yes or no to you, because that's going to be up to you. It's your decision. But I guess my stamp for approval, I do like it. The performance is there. I like the fans. I like the packaging. I like the overall feel and the overall product itself. Now, whether you agree with me or not, that's going to be completely up to you. Big thank you to Chieftec for sending this out to review. And as always, I hope you guys have a fantastic week and weekend ahead of you. Do not forget to subscribe. I've got absolute tons of stuff coming, like a U-Green NAS with terabytes and terabytes of storage. Oh yes. And also don't forget, I've got that Intel motherboard that I've still got to review. I've got plenty of you to review, and I got stuff that's coming as well. So make sure you subscribe. Now, as always, don't forget to subscribe. This is Richard from WELSHYTECH. Goodbye.